Hey guys, I just want to show you in a quick way, hopefully it will be quick, how I'm going to edit this lovely little newborn into that backdrop. So I've already made a one that is already ready just for you to see how it's going to look like at the end. So we're gonna go and show you before and after. And I hope you like it and I hope it looks good because this is what we're going to work on right now. So we're going to start with the newborn image. Let's just go back. There you go. And hold on, there you go. So the first thing that I see is that there is a difference between the backdrop blanket and the blanket that the newborn is on. So I'm just going to quickly show you. This one is obviously purple and this one is pink. So we're not really looking at the same colors. That means that if we try to blend the blankets, it won't work that easily. So we might just need to somehow take the blanket off completely as much as we can. And the other thing that I can already see before I even start is there is a difference between the light, and the light on this image, the backdrop, is a bit cooler, like cold tones, and also brighter. So there's more light and it's a cooler light than what you can see here. So there's two options. We can either work on the image of the newborn and match it to the backdrop, or we can work on the backdrop and match it to the newborn. It's just really up to you. The other thing that I've noticed is the direction of the light, and I can see on the newborn that if I kind of zoom in a little bit, it's a little hard to see because it's a bit, on the body it's very even, but there is a little bit of highlights here and there on the leaves, a little bit here, which kind of suggests that the light is coming from either the left side here or a little more direct, just the front. And on the backdrop you can see that there is shadows on these sides and light on that side, which means that the light is coming from the right side. You can also see it on the blankets there, and yeah, and also on the floor you can see that there's a lot of light here, and there's a bit of shadows just behind things. So it's just a little bit, I don't know, maybe hard in the beginning to just notice all these things. So just be patient with yourself and try to look carefully, and I'm sure you can do that. So let's just go back to the newborn image and see what we can do to make it look more matching to the backdrop. I'm gonna go to filter. There's so many ways you can use it, and so many ways you can just make all these changes on Photoshop, but the easiest way for me is just to go back to my camera raw filter and do all the changes there. So I'm just going to open it quickly. I'm just going to use the exposure, take it a little bit higher, and temperature a little bit cooler. Don't want to do too much. Yeah, I think that looks okay to me, so I'm just gonna hit OK. There you go. Let's just go back to the backdrop. Alright, I hope it will match. There you go. And the other thing that I wanted to do is just to flip the image to the other side. You can either do it on the backdrop and just flip the image on the backdrop, or you can flip the image on the newborn layer, up to you. So I'm just gonna do it on a newborn, and I'm just gonna click, sorry, not filter, image rotation, and flip. There you go. Just gonna take my lasso tool. Again, there's a few ways that we can simply do all of these actions. Just gonna go a little bit deeper so I won't need to do much later. but I'm just showing you the way that I'm using it. Just gonna drag it into that layer. Alright. I'm just gonna click the Shift key on my keyboard, Shift on Mac, and drag it from the corner. Just hold your Shift key while you do that. As long as you press on the Shift key, it will keep the proportion of the baby, which is good. You want baby to be in good proportions. Alright, let's just click OK there. Alright, my computer is going a little bit slow and barely moving, and that's because I'm recording, so just bear with me. Alright, let's just click on the opacity. My opacity is on 100%. I'm on the baby layer, and I'm just going to drag it down a little bit just so I can see where we stand. I'm trying to just rotate the image a little bit. It's a bit stuck, and that's because it's working now. You can hear that sound in the background. That's just my computer trying to cool itself down, but that's okay. Alright, let's just leave it for a second. Just gonna try and find the right spot. Alright, I think I'm happy with just leaving the newborn where it is at the moment, and I think the size is looking okay as well, so I'm just gonna click OK. There we go. I'm gonna bring it back to 100% opacity, and I already noticed that the blanket underneath, I'm gonna show it to you with the opacity again, is not high enough for the baby butt. So a little bit maybe here on the head, I'm not sure. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back to the backdrop image, and I'm going to select liquify. What I'm going to do here is simply just drag the blanket a little bit higher on these sides, just a little bit, and let's just see what happened. Go back to the newborn layer and have a look. Okay, I'm just going to rotate the image a little bit. Sure I've done it. There you go. This looks perfect to me, so I'm just going to leave it right there. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to select my layer mask right there. Make sure that you are on black, because my layer mask is on white, and select the brush. You can change the opacity, the size and the hardness. Right, I'm going to start with 100% and just go around. Just quickly go around. Alright, just gonna resize my brush and go a little bit deeper. I consider this is, again, it's not really matching right there. Do you see that there's a bit of a gap there? It just doesn't look really good. So I'm going to go back to my backdrop layer. I'm going to go to filter liquify again. Just going to bring it a little bit higher. Alright, so now it looks good, but what happened there is it just looks a little bit like, I don't know, like you pulled it. That's what happens sometimes. So we're going to deal with this later. We'll just keep on going on the layer mask. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can because I don't want to waste too long on it. I think you kind of get the idea, and that's the main part. Alright. Okay. Just reduce the opacity a little bit, and I'm going to take the hardness down because, oops, not what I wanted. Back on my layer mask, there you go. Start clicking around, just reducing the pink blanket. I'm going to bring up the purple blanket. There you go. Right. Looks alright to me. The other thing that I wanted to do is I just wanted to show you, sometimes on the images the baby bum look a little bit too flat, or I don't know, the pose is not very flattering. I just simply go to liquify and fix that. So on this image, because I'm pretty much happy with how it looks like, I'm just gonna maybe add some shadows on the backdrop. So I'm gonna go on the backdrop layer again, just pick my burn tool. Yeah, just selected the burn tool. I'm on mid-tone, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadows around the head. Just a few areas that, I don't know, look like would make sense to me that I'll have some shadow. So that's alright, that looks alright to me at the moment. So I'm just gonna flatten this image. Just quickly go, layer, flatten image. And I don't know why, but her head is a bit sticking out just like that, you know, like it's a bit, I don't know, cone head. And it's not like a big deal, you don't really have to change things like that, but I don't know, because I don't like when there's something that is a bit too different from my images, and usually parents wouldn't even notice it, so just quickly kind of change these little things. Again here with the bum a little bit, just gently giving it a bit of a lift up, curl it a bit more, just to make it look like I really hit the right pose there. It's really just small changes, but it looks pretty good on the images. Like really nice little cheeks. So I also just put a little bit more of cheeks. There you go. That looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna show you quickly before and after. Alright, so yeah, I don't think we need to do much more on this image, so I'm just gonna go to my actions. These are actions which I've made for my work. They really help me and I also sell it on my shops, either my website or Etsy. And I'm just going to click on the matte layer, which will kind of bring the image together as well. So you can either do the same sort of look as I do, or you can choose your own filters or actions, or I don't know, whatever you use in for your images, whatever works with your style. There's one vignette here as well, which I always like to add as well. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go and flatten my image again. There you go. I can do filter sharpen a little bit. Sometimes feel like doing it, sometimes not. It depends on the image. And that's pretty much it. There's a few more things that if you want to change, or I don't know, you pretty much can do anything you want with the image when you're finished with it. But I like to keep it as natural as I can. I don't like to add too many filters and I don't know, make it look, with weird colors. I kind of like keeping the natural look. So there you go, there you have it, we did it. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.